My sister spent $75,000 trying to save our alcoholic brother Jestedy. I found out what he's been doing with her money. My brother Jamie has been an alcoholic for 15 years. At 38, he's lost 3 jobs, 2 marriages, and his driver's license. But he's never lost my sister Karen's unwavering belief that he could get better. Karen, 42, has refinanced her house twice to pay for Jamie's rehab. She's covered his rent when he was evicted, hired lawyers when he was arrested for public intoxication, and paid off his medical bills after his last hospitalization for liver damage. By my estimate, she spent at least $75,000 trying to save him. Last Christmas, Jamie showed up sober to family dinner for the first time in years. He looked healthier than he had in a decade. Parente clear eyes, steady hands, even gained some weight. He announced he'd been clean for 6 months, attending daily AFD meetings, and had a job interview lined up at a construction company owned by someone from the program. Mom called it a Christmas miracle. I wanted to believe it too. When Jamie mentioned needing first and last month's rent for an apartment near his potential new job, Karen immediately offered to help. $3,600 is nothing if it means a fresh start. She told me later, 3 months ago, Jamie called Karen to say he got the job, then he needed work boots and tools, then a reliable used truck. Each time, Karen transferred the money, no questions asked. He's really doing it this time, she'd tell me whenever I expressed concern. He texted me photos from work sites. He's even paying me back a little each month. Yesterday, I was having lunch downtown when I spotted Jamie coming out of a bar at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. I almost didn't recognize him. Parent unshaven clothes rumpled, that familiar alcoholic sway in his walk, not the picture of recovery he'd been presenting to Karen. I followed him, watching as he got into a truck, not the used work truck Karen had helped him buy, but a brand new $60,000 pickup with custom wheels. He drove to an upscale apartment complex, fumbling with his keys before disappearing inside, sick to my stomach. I called my friend who works at the construction company where Jamie supposedly worked. Jamie who? He asked. We haven't hired anyone new in over a year. Last night, I showed up unannounced at Jamie's apartment. The door was answered by a young woman in her 20s, clearly intoxicated. You must be Sarah, she slurred. Jamie said. You might stop by, he's getting more beer inside. There was no evidence of recovery. Parente, just empty bottles, a coffee table with white powder residue, and framed photos of Jamie with this woman at what looked like a resort. On the kitchen counter sat Karen's checks, uncashed, next to them a notebook with Karen's name at the top, followed by dates, dollar amounts, and notes. Will believe job promotion story and mention mom's birthday for extra $1. When Jamie returned and saw me standing there, he didn't even try to deny it. Karen wants to believe I am getting better, he shrugged. Is it my fault she keeps throwing money at me? I called Karen immediately, but stopped short of telling her everything. Instead, I asked her to meet me today. Before seeing her, I stopped by my bank and withdrew my entire savings, poured her $8,400. It's not much, but it's everything I have. In 3 hours, I am picking Karen up to take her to lunch. I'll show her the photos I took of Jamie's apartment, the notebook, the new truck, that I'll hand her the envelope with my savings, not because it will replace what she's lost, but because for 15 years she's been fighting Jamie's battle alone while I stood by watching, telling myself it wasn't my problem. The truth about addiction isn't just that you can't help someone who doesn't want help. It's that those doing the helping often suffer alone, carrying both the financial burden and the crushing weight of hope. Today, I finally start carrying my share.